Hey, thank you very much, everybody, and welcome to this Annandale and Eskdale Divisional Licensing Board on the 10th of November at 2 p.m. We are now going to be recorded and live streamed as a licensing board, so can I remind members to follow the good practice guiding, which includes muting microphones and switching off their videos when you're not addressing the meeting. Should you wish to contribute to any item, you should write speak in the Teams chat function or raise your virtual hand and you will be invited to speak in order. Should your question or issue be raised by a previous speaker, please withdraw your request so that we deal with the business as efficiently as possible. So we'll now move on to the agenda. Considering apologies, and I shall give approval for members' remote participation. Are there any apologies?
Thank you, Convener. Just checking attendance. I can see yourself, Councillor Carruthers, Fairbairn and Thompson. Is Councillor McClelland with us today?
Yes, I am indeed, Caroline.
Oh, thank you. So there are no apologies. All present. Thank you, Convener.
Thank you very much. Are there any declarations of interest? Take that as a no. And then we'll go on to item number 3, which is the minutes of the meeting 8th of August 2021. Are we happy with the minute?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Thank you very much. So that's approved, Caroline. Then move on to agenda item 4, which is the Licensing Scotland Act 2005 Section 56 and 68 applications for occasional licences and extended hours granted under delegated authority. It's a report to the clerk of the boards. I take it, Caroline, this is just for noting again?
Correct, Convener.
Are we happy to note, members?
Noted.
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 Thank you very much. Item number 5 is the Licensing Scotland Act 2005 applications for minor variations or for premises licence granted under delegated authority. Again, this one is for noting, so we're happy to note.
Noted, Chair.
Chair.
Steve, put your hand up.
Yes, thank you. It was actually just there's a typo on page 15 for change of designated premise manager should be Diane Adamson, not Admison. It's just a minor correction.
Okay.
Okay, that's noted. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Item number 6 is the Licence Scotland Act 2005 applications for transfer of premises licence granted under delegated authority, report by the clerk to the boards. Again, this is for noting. Are we happy to note?
Noted.
Thank you very much. Okay, so
Chair. Sorry, again, page 17, presumably, and this is just really a follow-up from recent meetings, presumably that is a bit of tidying up following on from the decision from the previous meetings just about updating records for the licence holders.
Are you talking, Councillor, in relation to the transfer at page 17?
Yeah.
So,
yes, and I think it comes up later on as well, just in the papers. But basically, it looks like tidying up and housekeeping following on from the last meeting.
I'm not in a position to comment there. Cheryl Symes, our senior licensing officer, has been dealing with this, Councillor, but I'll ask Sharon if she can, Sharon Davison, our licensing manager, who's here at the meeting today, just to see if she can add anything. Sharon, have you got any comment in relation to that?
Yeah, no, I think Councillor Thompson's quite correct. I think this is simply some housekeeping in respect to the premises, and the application was processed in a normal manner without any adverse comments.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll then move on to item number 7, which is the Licence application for premise licence Colvin Filling Station, High Street, Moffat. Report by the clerk to the boards. Caroline, do you want to take us through this?
Yes, thank you, Convener. This is an application for a new premises licence in respect of Colvin Filling Station at High Street in Moffat. The applicant is Access Retail Limited, and I can see that we have representing Access Retail Limited, its director, Saïd Serish Elaprolu. I just want to make sure, convener, that Mr. Elaprolu can actually hear us.
Okay, Mr. Elaprolu, can you hear us okay? If you unmute your mic. Leaving. He may come back in actually.
Hi there, I have disconnected and rejoined again. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, that's fine. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, convener, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Convener, just before I go through the report, do you mind if I actually take my video off, because that's not, I can't really hear Mr. Elaprolu very well, and so maybe my audio will improve if I take the video off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Okay, so members, this is an application for a new premises licence, and you'll note that we have the director of the applicant company, Access Retail Limited, Mr. Elaprolu, here with us today. The application was received on the 13th of October 2021, and it's in respect of sales only. The application appendix is indeed detailed, Appendix 1. A copy of the application was forwarded to Police Scotland, our local authority, internal regulatory colleagues, the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service, NHS Dumfries and Galloway, our local community council and neighbours. The site notice was displayed from the 16th of October to the 7th of November 2021, so for a continuous period of 21 days. Contrary to what the report states at paragraph 2.5, we have indeed received satisfactory signed confirmation of site notice. We've also received satisfactory Section 50 certificates for planning, building standards and food hygiene, and also the disabled access and facilities statement. The last date for objections and representations in relation to the application was Saturday the 6th of November 2021, and no objections or representations have been received. We do have a LSO report, and that's detailed at Appendix 2, and we've received a clear feed report. You will note, members, from the report at paragraph 5 that these premises are excluded premises. And indeed, if they're excluded premises because it's a garage, and if, in terms of the law, no premises licence can have effect to authorise the sale of alcohol in relation to a garage unless Section 1235, the statutory exemption, exists. And if in terms of paragraph 5.3 on the report, we've detailed Section 1235. If the premises fall within the statutory exemption, then the premises are not excluded. So the applicant, Mr. Elaprolu, has circulated a market research report, and I just want to ensure that you all have that in front of you today. And the purpose of the market research report, its contents are there to support the applicant's contention that the statutory exemption of what Section 1235 does exist. So I would suggest, in terms of procedure, convener, that you first of all hear from the police, the LSO, Mr. Elaprolu, and he can speak to his application and also, crucially, the contents of the market research report, and thereafter any questions that may be asked. Then give Mr. Elaprolu an opportunity to sum up before you go into session.
Well, thanks very much. But first of all, I'll ask all members if you did receive that market report. I certainly did.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go to the police. Have the police got anything to say on this application?
Thank you. There's no objections from the police, and there's been no adverse incidents at that premises.
Thank you very much. Mike, are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon, convener. Hopefully the LSO report was self-explanatory. I've been down to the garage, I've met the applicant, very impressed at the work that's been carried out, and nothing further to add from my perspective.
Okay, thank you very much, Mikey. Mr. Elaprulu.
Good afternoon, convener. Thanks everybody for holding our hands all the way up to here. And my name is Sai Elaprulu. I'm representing Access Retail Limited for Colvin Filling Station. And as you know, the filling station has been part of the high street for over 90 years now. And the shop itself has been there for 35 years and serving the local community. And recently we took the site over when it is shut briefly during the pandemic and just a little bit before that as well. And we redesigned everything, refitted everything, and with the closure of post-lockdown surge in the customer demand, we've been a focal point in the community to serve the customers, especially when the big supermarkets are running out of stuff on their shelves with the driver shortages, and also when recently the fuel crisis has came up, we were here to support the local community. And you can see that evident in the appendix 1 of the report, that quite a lot of customers say, well, actually the garage is there and they will help us what we need, and also they will help us for the stuff they don't stock, they will get them for us. So this is the kind of report we are building around our customer base. And especially the position of the site is quite accessible for wheelchair users and elderly customers in this end of the town. And we are the first shop or petrol station for 25 miles inbound into the Moffat from the Edinburgh Road. And we are the premises that open late in the night as well for people to buy some essentials, medicines, or anything that they need, including the fuel. We do sell house fuels as well, which are necessities for some of our rural customers who come all the way from Tweedsmuir and Broughton in the night time for stocking up their winter fuels and filling up their cars. So we have conducted a market research to identify what percentage of our customers classes has been a focal point and how many of our customers rely on us as an essential source of fuel or groceries. And I'm pleased to present you the report we got from Taylor McKenzie, the researching company. So we did a survey over the period of 5 days covering the alcohol dispensing, covering the times that alcohol will be sold in the premises. And we have got the stats in front of us here, where about 51.9% of the customers are dependent on us in the sample which we took, and they are dependent on us as a key supplier for fuel, and about 51.9% depend on us for either both fuel and groceries as well. And apart from the way we looked into this survey is we did interview so many people and only picked up the customers that fall under 1 mile radius from the site. So that means we have to exclude some of our regular customers who live in the quite remote places and the rural places like Tweedsmuir or up at the Broughton, because they are 1 mile away from us. They are not included in the report, but we do have significant rural customers that visit us on their daily basis. So here we got the customers breakdown. So we got non-local customers, that's 53.7% in the sample, and the local customers are 46.3. So of that, the population of interest we got is 21.5%, which is defined in the page number 4. We did actually got a GIS report of the customers that use us, and they have been highlighted in the map in the red dots. Being this a town which got population located near to each other, they might fall under the same postcode. Where two customers said we belong to the same postcode, you see a 1 dot there in the map GIS report on page number 6. So we also got the breakdown of the customers by gender, age, and travel habits. Whether they come here by vehicle or whether they come here by foot. So we got the breakdown of that in the report as well. So when we look into the full breakdown of the total participants, we got 73.2% used our service station as a source of groceries, and 67% of the sample users for petrol and dev. So of that, we got population of interest, and if we look into the population of interest, we got 69.3% that are on the fuel base, and we also got 30.7% who said they don't. The minority of the portion, which is 30.7%, who classed us as not being essential source, whereas 69.3 said we are the essential source for them. And if you go into page number 9, we got the breakdown of customers who said they will be materially disadvantaged or inconvenienced if we are not there. About 51.9% said that they will be materially disadvantaged. And convener, we also got the list of questions that we asked the customers in doing the market research, and those questions are there in the appendix 2 for you to refer to should you require. And in the appendix 3, we did included the comments that we got from our customers, which is testimony for all our hard work, which we have been doing since we reopened. And that's pretty much I would like to present. Another thing to add, convener, here is we did the market research in a non-busy period to identify the customers that are there in the local area, but coming in summer with the 3 holiday parks around Moffat, the population surges, and we will be the services that are there in the town will be stretched, and which have been stretched over last summer as an example, and we've been here able to serve the local community, and quite a lot of time we are the lifeline for some of the customers who couldn't manage to get their essentials from somewhere else because of the stock problems.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Mr. Alapulu. Members, have you any questions on the research? Can't see any hands, so thank you very much. Mr. Alapulu, then it's just over to yourself now to advise the members why you would like this licence.
Thank you, convener. Respected members, I would like to urge you to look into the licensing application. One, we are the principal source of either fuel and the groceries for some of our customers, and the offerings we got in the store ranges from, for example, we sell everything from olive oil all the way up to the high-end convenience goods that customers need for their day-to-day basis. And the alcohol license is definitely something that enables our customers to get their necessities, and for us being able to support the local community, and the majority of the customers that rely on us, we would need the alcohol license to sell alcohol to our customers. We are on the other end of the town. We are far away from the school, and we are far away. We are in the center of the town where we are easily accessible, whereas the other major supermarket is on the other end of the town, where the elderly people and people with special needs or disabilities find it hard to go. Already people been complaining about post office being in the other end of the town where they cannot access it, or it's quite hard for them to access. But us being here, would be an advantage for the customers, and with us not having an alcohol license would be disadvantage for our local community. And also bearing in mind that during the summer months we got quite a surge of influx of residents in the Moffat with holiday homes, and also the holiday parks here and other recreational activities around. It is key that we serve alcohol to our customers and any tourists that visit the Moffat.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for that, Mr. Elapulu. Members, we have a decision to make on whether to grant or refuse the application. I don't see any reason why we should refuse the application. I think in this case, Mr. Elapulu has and the company have done quite a large amount of work to ensure that the local residents are aware of what's actually going on. And in that case, I would recommend that we actually grant the licence as suggested in the report. Is anybody seconders?
I'll second, Chair.
I'm just going to get in there. Yes, aye. That's fine, Archie.
Okay, Caroline, can you make clear the decision of the board?
Okay, thank you, convener. I'll just I note that you've suggested grant, and Councillor McClellan and Fairbairn have agreed, and I would take the silence of the other two members in agreement as well. So, Mr. Elapulu, the licensing board have decided to grant your application for a premises licence, and the licence will be with you in early course. Do you have any other questions?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for your support with this.
Thank you, Mr. Elapulu. If you wish to go, that's fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, members, I'll now go on to item number 8, which is the Licence Scotland Act 2005, Section 12A, Chief Constable's Annual Report 2020 to 2021, report by the Clerk of Boards. Caroline, it's over to yourself.
Thank you, convener. So yes, indeed, this is the Chief Constable's annual report for 2020 into 2021 for the Annandale and Eskdale Divisional Board licence area. You've just been asked to receive the report and to note its terms, but of course we do have Sergeant McKee with us today if you have any questions of her. Indeed, the report is at the appendix.
Thank you very much. Members, any questions on the report? Okay, so therefore I can't see any hands. I think it's a very straightforward report, and it comes up with some good information about the last year and the reasons why we should agree this. Members, have you got anything to add to that? You happy to note it? I think it's a noting or agreeing, Caroline.
Correct, convener, just receiving it and noting its terms.
Okay, are we happy to note?
Happy to note, Chair.
Noted.
Happy to note, Chair.
Thank you very much, everybody. There's no further business. Thank you very much, Caroline and the team for your usual efficient work, and I hope to see you at the next one. Okay, and I'll close.
Thank you, convener. Thank you, members.
Thank you.
Thank you.